Hello, geometry folks, and welcome to Equations of Circles. We're going to do a little algebra today. So, you need your pen or a pencil, your calculator, and your notebook, and let's take some notes. Now, this first slide here, you do not need to write down. The next slide you will need to, so just make sure you're paying attention here. We have talked about lines, and you did that in Algebra 1 as well, and a line is a y equals mx plus b. That's what the general formula looks like, right? So this is what a line would look like. It would have a slope of 1/4 and a y-intercept of 4. Now you also learned in Algebra 1 about parabolas, and the general form for a parabola is y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. Now that doesn't look like a line. That looks like a U shape. All right, so that's just a little reminder of what you did in Algebra 1. Now we're going to talk about the circle equation. So this needs to go into your notebook, okay? So make sure that you write this general circle equation down. The circle has a center of h, k and a radius of r. So h and k are your center, and r is always going to be your radius. Okay, so 8x minus h quantity squared plus y minus k quantity squared is going to be equal to r squared. And then obviously you know that a circle looks like a circle, okay, and the center is right in the middle. And from the center to the outside we have a radius. Okay. Now, you need to write these in your notes as well. We're going to write some equations given that information. So I know my center is 0, -9. This is my h and k. And I know I have a radius of 4.2. So I'm going to write down that general equation, x minus h quantity squared plus y minus k quantity squared equals r squared. So I'm going to do x minus 0 squared, x minus 0 squared plus y minus -9 squared equals 4.2 squared. Now, when I have a 0, I don't really need to write that. So I can say the equation of this circle is x squared plus, what happens to two negatives? They make a positive. Okay, and that equals 4.2 squared in your calculator would be 17.64. So that would be the equation of my circle. Okay, using the same formula, I'm going to have a center of 0, 0 and a radius of 7. So this one would be x minus 0 quantity squared plus y minus 0 quantity squared equals 7 squared. And again, I don't need to write the plus or minus 0 there. So it'd be x squared plus y squared equals 49. That would be my equation. Okay, so it's basically the opposite. Your h and k are going to be opposite inside the parentheses. So if you have a plus 9 here, then your center is -9. Okay. So the point 5, -6 is on the circle. And with this circle, you have a center at -1, 3. You're going to write the equation of the circle. Well, what do we need in order to write the equation of a circle? We need the center and we need the radius. So we don't have a radius, but I have a picture of my graph right here. So could I find the radius? Well, the radius is from the center to a point on the circle. So that's my radius. Well, isn't this my radius? A point from the center to a point on the circle. So I could just count that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My radius would be 5. So if I have a center of -1, 3, then the equation is x, subtract a -1, okay, plus y minus 3 squared equals 5 squared. That's going to give me two negatives, make a positive, so it's x plus 1 squared plus y minus 3 squared equals 25. And notice that negative 1, that's opposite, and positive 3 would become negative 3. Those are opposite. So it's always opposite of what the center is in your equation. And then it's your radius squared. So this would be the equation of my circle. Okay, well, what if I don't have a picture? Okay, and if I don't have a picture, I can't just plot those 2 points on a coordinate plane and start guessing what it's going to be. So in order for me to find the radius, I need to remember the distance formula. Do you guys remember the distance formula? Okay, no eye rolls. Distance formula is equal to the square root of y2 minus y1 squared plus x2 minus x1 squared. All right, so we're going to have to find the distance between these 2 points so that we can find the radius. Okay, so y2, so I'm going to go 6 minus 2 squared plus, plus x2 minus a negative 1 squared, and the square root of all of that. So 6 minus 2 is 4 squared plus 2 minus a negative 1, which would be a 3 squared. So that'd be 16 plus 9, which is the square root of 25. The radius is 5. So it happens to be the same radius, but I got it by using the distance formula because I don't have a picture. Now what I can do is I can write the equation of the circle. So it's x, okay, which one is the center? I got to make sure that I grab the right point. This one is my center, okay? So x minus 2 squared plus y minus 6 squared is equal to 5 squared, which is 25. So that is my formula for my equation of a circle. All right, how about if I asked you to graph a circle? Okay, well, I can take the equation that's given to me and I should be able to find the center and the radius. So the center comes from this guy, and remember it's opposite. So my h is really, my hk is really 4, negative 2. Okay, so my center is 4, negative 2. So 4, negative 2, make a point. That's my center. Okay, and then my radius, this is always equal to r squared. So radius is, take the r squared and square root it, and I get a radius of 6. And so I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go 6 all the way around. Go 6 down. And then I'm going to draw the best circle I can. I know it's not the best circle. I need a compass to draw the best circle. But that would be my circle with this equation. Okay? I hope that you wrote down all the notes, and we will practice this again when you come back tomorrow. Thank you for taking good notes.